but this object here is planet Mercury. So, after Saturn, right now we are seeing Mercury, my friends. And this time it's visible pretty well because it's very bright, very bright. About 10 times, more or less 10 times brighter than Saturn right now. And in fact, it is much easier to see, not only because when I imaged Mercury here, it was without serious clouds like Saturn, but mainly because it's about 10 times brighter now, and also because it is imaged here against a darker sky than Saturn, because being Saturn lower in the sky at sunset, it is well inside the solar glare, making contrast of Saturn against the sky background critical, and even with clouds the situation is even worse. While here, while I was imaging Mercury, not only Mercury was about 10 times brighter, but it was also imaged with a darker sky in the background, making things much easier, my friends. Now it is time for us to spot another difficult object. While Mercury here is the innermost planet, the outermost planet is Neptune. Again, I want to show you the simulator here so you understand what we are doing. Let me switch to the simulator. Here we are. And look where Neptune is, in the very same direction, just a couple of degrees away from Mercury. But while Mercury, I repeat, is the innermost planet, the first planet starting from the Sun, the last one is Neptune, and here it is Neptune. Neptune is much, much fainter than Mercury, more than 200 times fainter. I would say almost 500 times fainter, just making a quick calculation by mind. And I will try to show you an image of Neptune, which was very critical to image because it's so much fainter, almost 500 times fainter than Mercury, and very low in the sky. So here it is, the image. Very likely you don't see anything serious here. Where is Mercury? Where is Neptune? Sorry. I will try to underline, playing a bit with contrast and brightness in the image, to hopefully find this pale planet. And at last, here we have it. Like with Mercury, I am really forcing, too much contrast and brightness. And the pale dot of light close to the center, my friends, the center of the image, okay, is planet Neptune. Let me switch. Here it is. So the pale dot of light you see here in the center of the image is planet Neptune. I underline that Neptune is the more distant planet, the last planet, if you leave from the Sun, starting with Mercury, which was the planet we enjoyed earlier. The planetary sequence ends with Neptune. And as seen from the Earth, it is about 500 times fainter than Mercury at the time of our image, that is these very days. So that pale dot is Neptune, okay? You have to keep in mind that planet Neptune is 30 times more distant from the Sun than our Earth. This is amazing if you just consider this. It's about 4.5 billions of kilometers from us while we are speaking. And it was not easy to capture this very pale dot of light. I will try to enlarge it a bit. And that pale dot of light is Neptune, my friends. In the center of the image, you can see other stars. For example, on the bottom right corner, there is another dot of light that is a star in the same field of view. But the planet is the dot closer to the center. Okay? Then we have to visit planet Uranus. Let me show you again the simulator so that you understand the relative positions. Sorry. Before moving to Uranus, if you continue looking rising from the horizon, we had Saturn, Mercury, Neptune seconds ago, and then you have Venus. Venus is by far the brightest object in the night sky after the moon, and if you have been seeing a very bright object in the western direction after sunset, that is Venus for sure. From time to time, a very sharp moon crescent has been making a wonderful sight with Venus, and it is time for us to go and look for Venus. Very bright this time. Here it is. Of course, we had to adjust brightness and contrast. Here it is, my friends. At least this time we have a very sharp, very bright object. After really working hard to spot the very pale Saturn, with Mercury we had fun, very pale Neptune, now we have the dazzling planet Venus here, my friends, dominating the western sky soon after sunset. It has been doing so for many weeks, and at some point you will not see Venus anymore at evening, because it will be moving to the morning, into the morning sky. So this is Venus, and let me start sharing with you Venus, my friends. Here it is. How bright this object is. I repeat, Venus is the brightest object in the night sky after the moon. This is why it is so easy for us to see it. That is amazing, my friends, really. it is now time, after contemplating this gem for a while, to move ahead and have a look of the next planet. So back to the simulator, friends, and look where planet Uranus is. We have been looking at Venus, okay? I now reduce the zoom here. The blue line here is the ecliptic, that is the projection in the sky of the orbit of the Earth, and you see that planets, the moon as well, are showing very close to the ecliptic. This is absolutely true, and it is, I would say, obvious, because planets out there are orbiting around the sun on planes which are very similar, placed in space, as the plane hosting the orbit of the Earth. So when you look to the other planets from the Earth, basically they share the same region of the sky as the ecliptic. And this is why you have the parade impression. Otherwise, having 6 planets scattered, 7 planets scattered everywhere in the sky, of course, while interesting, you don't have the impression of a parade. So the parade condition is forced, is a constraint coming from the fact, as I said, that orbits of the planets are basically on very similar planes in space. Okay? So, moving along the ecliptic, we have seen Saturn, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, and now here we have Uranus, okay? Which is at the naked eye limit. So, if you have a very dark sky and you have a very good sight, you can try to see Uranus by naked eye. I tried a few times without success, I must admit. So, back to our backup images. I repeat, the images I'm sharing were taken by me yesterday. Not tonight, because tonight the weather is not clear. Now loading the new image, and the bright dot you see in the center of the image is planet Uranus, my friends. So happy that at least thanks to these backup images we are enjoying planet after planet, step by step, this interesting parade. And after looking planet Uranus, what's next? Let's check on the simulator. Here we are. And you see that we are moving basically from west to east along the ecliptic, okay? The projection in the sky of the orbit of the Earth. And after Uranus, we find the bright planet Jupiter. Let's go and see Jupiter here. Here we are. I want you see this image with this zoom factor. Of course, the very bright object on the top is Jupiter, while the bright star on the bottom is Aldebaran, the brightest star in Taurus, the zodiacal constellation of Taurus, the bull. Now let's go and concentrate on Jupiter. Sorry, perhaps I left the simulator. I apologize. I'm going to fix this in a second. So friends, here it is, the image showing Jupiter. Jupiter is the brightest object in the image on the top, while the bright star on the bottom, red color, is the famous Aldebaran star, the brightest star in the zodiacal constellation of Taurus, the bull. It's amazing to see how you have the how you can have the impression that Jupiter and a star, Aldebaran in this case, but many other stars all around, are at the same distance, but of course stars are very far away behind, as a background, Jupiter. Now let me go and concentrate on the planet. Let me see if I can make the image darker. Here we are. Yes. And the bright objects on the right are two of the Galilean moons of this giant, the largest planet in our solar system, the king of the solar system, the biggest planet in our planetary family, my friends. That said, we are left with the last object, okay? Okay, the next object is Mars, the last one of the parade, by the way. Jupiter has almost 100 moons, and the four largest ones are those discovered by Galileo more than 4 centuries ago, for the record, as they say. So look where Mars is on the simulator, okay? Here it is, the red planet. This time I will make sure that we are back on the image before I load the Mars image here. Here it is, my friends, the red planet. Planet Mars. The last planet of the parade, because we started from the western horizon with Saturn, okay, then Mercury, then Neptune, then Venus, then Uranus, then Jupiter, and now here it is, planet Mars. How beautiful it is. But I have a little surprise here, because if I reduce the enlargement, we have the opportunity also to see two bright stars on the right, okay? Those are the twins, my friends, in Gemini. They are, of course, Castor and Pollux. Very beautiful stars. How nice. You see that those stars have very different colors. The bluish one on the bottom is Castor, the reddish one is Pollux. So happy, my friends, that at least I could share with you these backup images I captured yesterday, thanks to the robotic telescopes available at the Virtual Telescope facility in Italy. Without these images, I could not share anything with you, because tonight, as I said, the weather is not good at all for our needs, my friends. So friends, I hope you had fun with our live feed. We shared with you real images taken by us yesterday, so they were, as I said many times, backup images, but still I hope you had a rewarding experience with us. We are always ready to share with you what is happening out there in the sky. I strongly suggest you to subscribe our YouTube channel, so every time we schedule something new, you are advised. So just be sure to click on the bell on our YouTube channel, to make sure you will not miss the next opportunity to explore the beauty of the sky in real time. We are scheduled many great things, including the upcoming total lunar eclipse and many more things. So also join us on Facebook. Look for the Virtual Telescope Project page on Facebook. That said, my friends, I think we had enough. I thank you for joining, for being part of this live feed, and I wish you the very best, no matter where you are on this planet. So good day, good morning, good night, and find the time to look up and have your personal experience with the night sky and with the planetary parade. I also want to mention that you can support the Virtual Telescope Project to keep this project alive. You see, we share everything for free, we ask for no money, but of course covering expenses is not easy for us. So you can contribute if you like what we do. Visit www.virtualtelescope.eu/donate. And I want to thank those very few friends supporting us this way, making possible for us to pay bills and keep this project alive. As I say many times, we don't want people paying for accessing our activities, and this is possible if someone supports our project this way. So visit www.virtualtelescope.eu/donate. Thank you very much, my friends. Keep looking up and take care of yourselves.